G'day guys, I thought I'd give you an update on how I'm going in choosing between the new 3DS and the new 3DS XL, and just give you some first impressions of the actual new 3DS and show you a new cover plate that I picked up. Now, as you probably can already gather from the fact that I have the new 3DS on screen here and not the new 3DS XL, I've actually decided to go ahead and choose this system over the new 3DS XL. And that's for a number of different reasons, and there's a number of different pros and cons to both systems. And I'm going to get into that in another video. I do promise that I'll make that video. But in this one, I just wanted to give you a very quick update on how the system's going. And yeah, just show you another new faceplate that I got. Some quick first impressions. I find that it is too small for me. If I hold the device like this, with my palms rested around here, after about 10 minutes, I'm fully cramped up in both hands. But I find if I hold it like this, where I'm resting my pinkies down the bottom here and my forefingers up the top, then this is actually fairly comfortable to play. But other than the screen size itself, everything else about this system I really like. I mean, the controls feel fantastic. I mean, they feel just like all the other 3DSs. The system itself is fairly solid. I've actually quite liked the game cartridge going in the front here now. I thought it was really weird at first, but now I actually quite like it. One thing I really don't like is the placement of the stylus. I mean, being used to the Nintendo DS, having it in the side here just makes so much more sense. Like, I mean, for most of you and myself included, it was probably second nature to just whip out the stylus from the side and quickly use it. Whereas I find now that it's located in the front here and it's like this really short sort of, dicky little stylus, I just don't use it anymore. It's sort of become a bit superfluous really, which is kind of disappointing because, I mean, styluses are really, yesteryear, aren't they? But I actually really liked using it on the 3DS. It was a really accurate way of, typing things in and selecting things. Yeah, so anyway, moving on, there's a couple of things that I really like about this new 3DS, which are more like hardware, almost cosmetic things, which don't really affect gameplay. But the first thing is, I love the fact that the hinge is super solid and that the screen itself doesn't flop around when I'm playing or when I'm lying down in bed and playing on my side or playing with the device above my head. The top screen doesn't flop back and forth like my 3DS XL does, and like the new 3DS XL that I had, it did the exact same, but potentially a bit worse as well. Other things is, I do notice, like a few people have mentioned, the actual sound on the new 3DS and the new 3DS XL, it seems to have been enhanced, or it's just much louder, like the drivers inside are bigger. I don't have any tech specs or any scientific analysis on that, but I can just tell you when this volume is cranked right up, it sounds much louder and much more impressive than the old 3DS and the old 3DS XL. What else can I quickly say before I move on? There's not really much else to say really. I mean, I do like these faceplates. I did actually originally have a wooden faceplate, but I had a few issues with the wooden faceplate, namely I somehow lost or misplaced a screw, or the screw fell out. So anyway, the store did me a favor and allowed me to return that. And what I actually picked up instead, because I didn't have another wood faceplate, they basically only got one of each, I picked up this faceplate, which is a white faceplate which has just the sort of the classic Nintendo characters on. I mean, and there's Toad, that's my favorite character. So I thought I'd give this one a go, basically white, or I mean, I don't know if you can see it, but that's not really white either, that's more this beigey cream color. But basically go beige cream on white and just do something different. I've also ordered another faceplate from Japan actually, which is the Ghost character from the Super Mario series, but it's a glow-in-the-dark faceplate, and I think that's pretty awesome. One thing I do want to say though is, like, as you guys know, and as I mentioned in a couple of my other videos, I do have a little bit of OCD when it comes to devices and having devices that are pretty top quality. And I do know this device is designed and marketed towards young kids, and probably 90% of the user base who buys a 3DS probably couldn't care less about minor cosmetic imperfections or just the device not having the best build quality. But I mean, I'm an adult, a collector, and minor things like that do really annoy me. And I'll show you a couple of examples of that in a minute. But I must admit, I'm not the sort of person who will also just like, oh, there's a problem, I'm taking it straight back. I've tried to fix a couple of my problems, and it's a little bit MacGyver, but I'll show you how I've gone, and you can let me know what you think. So the first thing I noticed was with this this toad or this mushroom faceplate that I got here, as compared to the original beige faceplate that comes with the device, the actual top plate moved back and forth. As you were playing, for example, as I'd be holding it like this, the top plate tended to move up and down. And I was like, oh, that's really weird. So I put the beige one back on and nope, no movement at all. And I'm not sure whether it's just there's a slight, with manufacturing differences, there's a slight, like a less than a millimeter a gap, which is causing that. So in any case, what I did, if I can pull this off, I basically just got some double-sided tape, stuck it at the top there, and problem solved. No more movement. I mean, I'm happy with that. These are the sort of things, as you can see right here, I'm going to be swapping these in and out, but yeah, that was my quick solution, and that solved the problem. So OCD part 1, gone. My second bit of OCD, which I don't know if you guys have noticed this on your own systems, but when I'm holding the device like this, playing, these fingers here rest underneath, and there's a portion here which kept creaking in and out and in and out, and I was like, as I was playing, I'd be like, what on earth is moving in the back there? So I had a bit of a look, trying to work out what this quick problem is. So I'll quickly take this off and show you what the problem was and how I remedied it. So this one didn't involve any tape because the bottom case fits on quite well. But if I take this off slowly, hopefully you'll be able to see what I've done. So what it actually turned out was, it turned out that where the battery sits, it's slightly depressed from the actual rest of the case here. So when the cover plate sits over this, when my fingers rested here, it was sort of basically pushing this into this hole here. And that was this movement and this sort of in and out creasing that I could feel. So what I basically did was, when you buy screen protectors off eBay, they generally come with these, 1 cent dodgy screen cloths. Well, I basically put that one there like you saw, and 2 cutouts over the battery, and once again, problem solved. So that was my, it looks a little bit ridiculous, and this is probably going way over the top, but like I said, I do have a little bit of OCD when it comes to my devices, but I do try to remedy it. So that's what I did to fix it in that case. So final thing, we'll quickly get into this new faceplate that I got, and see what it looks like on the actual console itself. Like you guys have seen in the past, you've probably seen a few of these now. There's not much to these cases. And funnily enough, straight off the bat, that's actually what I was hoping. One thing I don't like, and you can probably see it with this one already, is this mushroom or toad case is gloss, so it picks up fingerprints like mad. Whereas what's quite nice is this one actually feels like, well, it feels like the same texture as the actual new 3DS. It's not quite, this one feels, like I said, very almost rubbery. This isn't quite rubbery, but it's matte, and that's really nice. So let's quickly throw this on. Do these screws up. I mean, I didn't actually put my MacGyver solution back in, so it'll be interesting to see if this case has the same problem. Let's put the top one on. And interesting, this one doesn't move up or down. Weird. Like I said, there's probably, just like with all manufacturing processes, there's probably tolerances with this sort of thing. But as you can see, I don't know if you can see this through the video, but this actually, they're both beige, whereas the actual console itself is like a computer beige, and this is like almost a whitish beige. So there is a difference there, but it actually looks quite nice. White on white, or beige on beige, I think is pretty smick. And you can probably see there with that reflection, the actual pattern on this case, where it's indented, is actually shiny. You can see as the light goes over there, the different shining. So that's quite nice. So, small things like that, as you walk around your system, you'll be like, oh yeah, there's my nice little system. So anyway, I'm going to give this faceplate, rock this one for a little while until my glow-in-the-dark one arrives from Japan. I'm really keen to check that one out. But in any case, yeah, that's my first impressions of this system. I will have a proper video with some pros and cons and why I didn't choose the 3DS XL. I mean, spoiler alert, what it basically boils down to is the manufacturing quality on the 3DS XL was pretty bad. The bottom line is I'm happy I got the new system, and I'm really enjoying using it. So if you guys have any questions, certainly let me know or ask me on Twitter, and I'll try to respond to you as quickly as possible. And yeah, and let me know what you think of the 3DS or the new 3DS or the new 3DS XL if you have it, and if you've found any minor manufacturing annoyances or system tolerance annoyances, or if you are like me and have a bit of an OCD problem when it comes to your consoles. In any case, guys, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye for now.